Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl again, Ruthie. So guys, today's video I'm going to be showing you guys two easiest way of how to make this zigzag wig. If you love this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, and hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Now let's get in with the video. So guys, this is how I made the braids for the zigzag. So guys, this zigzag braid is actually a different kind of braid. I really didn't film the whole part of how to make this zigzag braid, but actually you start with your normal Ghana weaving braid, and then you have to measure out where you want your zigzag to be. So for example, you just need to start with one single piece of braid, and then you take it off, go measure out how the zigzag is gonna be and how you're gonna do it. But before you measure out, just do one piece of this braiding hair, and then on the next part of this clip you'll be seeing the next stage to take immediately after braiding the hair. So guys, this is the wig cap I'll be using, or the wig net I'll be using, and as usual I marked out my hairline already, and I made sure I brought out the middle part so that you don't end up doing something different. You know, you want to know the middle of your hair so it doesn't start falling off at the other side. So guys, this is the next stage to take before you start the installation. That's after you finish braiding one piece of hair. So you mark out how you want the zigzag to be, and since it's not someone's hair, right, and there's no hair, you use your crayon or your marker or whatever you have to outline something, or to highlight something. So that's what I did. I used my marker to highlight where the zigzag is going to be placed on, and that's because there is no hair to hold or to cut or to pattern. You know what I mean, right? So I used my crayon to make the zigzag structure, and that's what you're seeing right now before I do the installation. So after doing this, you'd now take one piece of that braided strands you took and then measure it out with this zigzag you already drew, and then when you know the amount of where your zigzag is going to stop, then you can continue braiding, and then you measure out where it's stopping and where it's going to continue. Guys, I really don't know how to do it. I just wish I actually filmed the part of what I'm explaining right now, because some people will be very good at visualizing, but some people might not really understand. But that was what I did actually. I took one piece of braids and then just followed the line, and then I knew where the braid is going to be tiny and where it's going to be thick. Now let me break it down in a simple word. When you're braiding, okay, you just measure out with this structure you laid. You measure it out, and then this structure you're drawing right now would always be thin. The braid should be thin, and then when it gets to that end point of the lace wig or lace closure, then that's where the braids should be thicker. So the beginning of these zigzag braids are thin, and then at the end or the middle part it should be thicker, it should be bigger. So guys, that's how the drawings ended up to be, and this is the installation. So you see what I was explaining. This first piece I did isn't as thin as what I was saying, okay? So that's why I want you guys to measure it out first, and then you start doing the rest correctly. I mean, normally you do the first piece of braid wrongly because you don't know yet, you don't know how big you want it to be, and actually you can make your zigzag smaller than what I drew, but then this is the size I wanted, so it can be of different size, and yeah, that's just what I did. So the first part should be thin, and then the last or the middle part after the zigzag should be thicker, like you're seeing on that piece of hair right now. That's what I did. So if you see the middle, it's thick, thicker than what I was using to lay on the zigzag I drew. So now guys, the zigzag I drew isn't really a follow or a step to take, okay? It's just an example of what you know, or an example of how to draw or how to place your zigzag, I'm not going to use that same pattern, okay? I'm not like going to place it on the same blocks I made, or you know, the same drawing. I'm just using that as a road or a layout to just work on, okay? So if you want to also like place it exactly on the zigzag, it's fine, it's acceptable. It just makes your work easier. But why I didn't really follow it, and that's because I already have a base. Like, I know what I want to put and how to put it, you know. So that's why I drew the zigzag. So if you want to follow the zigzag pattern you drew, it's fine. I mean, if you also don't even want to draw it, you already have the picture on your head, it's still okay, guys. Trust me. Just do how, or do what you know you can actually continue doing. You understand, right? Or what you're very sure at doing. But if you believe my style is perfect for you, then guys, trust me, just do it. As you can see on this video, I am not even following the line, you see, like what I said earlier. So guys, for the braids, I used 1.5 extra braiding hair. I used 1.5, and I think I still even had others left, you know. I didn't really use all. I didn't use all of the hair. So, and it also took me about, okay, so the thing is with this hairstyle, I did this hair, I filmed it for like 3 days or 2 days, yeah, because I work. So after I come back from work, I'm not always in the mood to do this hair. So I just kept on postponing and postponing. You see me when I changed my clothes. So I did this hair, but normally it should have taken me 6 hours, because you know it takes time, and I have not even seen anyone do this wig, because I checked for it so I could get like an expo of how to do it, but I didn't see anybody do this hairstyle online or on YouTube. I've not seen the wig. I've actually seen the hair on people, but I haven't seen the wig. So it took me time to like process it, and you know. So if you want to do it on a day, like one day, I think you should be able to do it for 6 hours or 7 hours. So guys, after laying the long one, this is exactly how the back looks like. This is how it looks like. So it's not going to be perfect right now, you know, because it's just the zigzag and the single braids are attached. So you're going to attach extra smaller braids, and these smaller braids can be of any size, you know. It can be thick, it can be small, it can be bigger. So that's what is left, and see how I place them, and that's an example of what I'm going to show you right now. So I place them like this, as easy as that. Just place and put it. As you see, it's not even the same size, like some are bigger and some are smaller, but don't make it so obvious that, oh, some of them are bigger and some of them are smaller. You understand me, right? It should always look normal. It should always look decent. It shouldn't be so obvious that, oh, you're trying out something new, because this is actually my very first time to do this wig. So guys, I didn't make it so big or so small. Like, I just made sure I took my time to do the wig. So after that, after doing or pinning them down, the next stage was to glue them, or glue the single ones. I didn't glue the zigzag first. I glued the extra smaller ones that I put later on, okay? So guys, just a quick reminder, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. So I'm going to glue the single braids that I did down, and then after gluing, I'm going to be showing you guys the first method of how to do this zigzag. So when gluing, please do not forget not to touch the tip of that gun. It's hot, guys, it's really hot. And sometimes when you're gluing, always make sure you're just patiently doing it, and you're not like putting so much glue on the hair, because when the glue is so much, like so thick on the hair, it doesn't glue. Like the ones I've done, when I put them too much on the strands of hair, it doesn't actually glue long. It just holds and then it pops up. But when you put like a mild one, like very small or like average size, it's going to stick. So that's how the back looks like, and the pins you're seeing are the pins because I have not done the zigzag parts. I only did the straight parts. So this next one I'll be doing the zigzag. So first of all, guys, like I said, I'm going to show you two styles of doing the zigzag, and you can actually sew it in or glue the zigzag. Now if you're sewing it in, just start with the edges. After you're done gluing the back, just start with the edges of the zigzag, you know, where the zig and the zag I don't know if I said it right, but you know the edges, like I was saying, right? Where do you get the edges? Just start tacking it down from there, and then when you tack it down from there, you just make sure you like don't allow the thread show out. Just make sure you patiently do it. But trust me, the sewing method is a bit taxi, you know. I wouldn't advise you to do it if you don't have patience, but if you have all the patience in the world, please go ahead. I think it's even preferable because, you know, you'd actually be able to enjoy your hair longer, because you can't really trust this glue thing, you know. I'm just being sincere, because when you sew it, you're not scared of water touching it, or, you know, anything making it pull, or even a drag. But you see, the gluing method, you really have to be careful with your wigs, not letting water touch it, not doing things that will make it drag or pop out, you know. So I would advise you, if you have patience, just do this sewing method. But if you don't have the patience like me, I seriously don't have patience to do things sometimes. Sometimes I can be in the mood, and sometimes it's not just for me. But I just advise you, if you're patient enough, just do the sewing method. And if you want to enjoy your hair, do the sewing method. And if you want to be comfortable, do the sewing method. But if you want something quick, easy and fast, do the glue method. So guys, I'm going to be showing you guys the glue method, but this is exactly what the sewing method looks like. So guys, this is how I glued it. Like I told you earlier, I really didn't follow the step I drew. It was just like a canvas, like what I'm going to like work on, not what I'm going to follow. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. And if you want yours to be followed the way you want it to, the way you drew it, guys, just do it. Okay, me, I just like breaking rules. I like breaking rules. I just want something done snappily, like sharply and all that. But yeah, like this is how the glue part looks like, and yeah, that is what it is. Glue. So guys, it's not like the glue method is also 100% fast. No, it actually has its own disadvantage or its own delay, you know. There's nothing that's easy, and I mean nothing good comes easy. But the hindrance to doing this very fast is that after you're done removing the pins and stuff, you start getting challenges of how to place it, how it's going to get to the front at the end, you know. Sometimes you might even end up not putting it right, like it didn't reach or get to the point of the beginning of the drawing or the canvas you did, or the drawing, like I said, right? So it's not like it's also that easy. No, it's not really that easy, but it is what it is. It's work. There's no work that is actually easy on this planet Earth. If you ask me, I'll just cut my hair bald and not even do anything on my head, because I don't want stress. But you know, we have to look beautiful, okay? So it's worth the stress, okay? It's always gonna be worth it. So that's how I glued this hair. And please guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment, ask whatever question you want to ask me, whatever question you don't understand. Guys, I'm always going to be here. Once I get to see the question or the comments, trust me, I'm going to answer you ASAP. So don't relent or don't shy away from any question you have to ask me. I'm going to be here. If I don't even know, I'll tell you I don't know, so we'll make the research together. Now guys, I'm going to be applying or putting the baby hair, and so you cut your hair into two, like any extra hair remaining from the braids, you divide it into two, or if it's really short, you don't need to divide it because you're going to cut it anyways. So I'm going to follow the line I drew, or the hairline, that's my forehead line, the hairline I drew out already. I'm going to follow it, and that's what I'm going to be working on. And I'm also going to be adding like a bit of the baby hair in between those spaces you're seeing. It's not just only the hairline, like I'm going to go inside a bit. Like if you see, or if you watch clearly or closely, I actually put them in just like this now. So that's what you do, just to make it look really natural, you understand? You're not going to make it all bulky or so much there. Just put one or two or three, and that's fine, just to cover that net style, you know. So I like putting so much baby hair, but if you don't like so much baby hair, guys, do not put it. Just do it according to where you see, just do it according to where there is space to put the baby hair. You can leave 2 or 3 lines or inches of line on the hairline, or spaces on the hairline. Just do it like that. But me, I so like it covering the net in front, you know. I also end up sometimes cutting them off all again, like cutting them all off. I don't know, but yeah, that's just it. So after you're done, make sure you put the hair in hot water and you'll be fine. I didn't put it yet in the hot water, but I'll put it after the whole video. So this is how the hair came out to be, guys. I added the 2 beads I found. So that's what I did, and that's it for today's look. You can just put it anyhow you want it. You can take this to anywhere you want it, and yeah, you'll be fine. It's gonna look really natural. But don't forget to also apply your foundation on the net. I love you guys. Stay blessed and stay safe. Mwah. See you on my next video. Bye.